So the Fort Morgan Mustangs starting lineup is brought to you by B&B Appliance. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need and service it too. So we'll see if we can get some numbers or some names here, and we will introduce the Riverdale Ridge Ravens here first. And it looks like they will be starting Marcus Hinn along with Jaden Ward, Marcus McFadden, a junior, as is Ian Harden, a senior that will be starting, and then Ryan Leopold will be starting for the Riverdale Ridge Ravens. So Jaden Ward he does average at 13.6 points a game. Marcus Hinn, 13.2 points a game. So starting lineup for the Fort Morgan Mustangs will be Aiden Garver, along with senior Wesley Carnes, Rodrigo Alvarez, a junior, Nathan Gherkin, a senior, and Forrest Jordan, a senior for the Mustangs, will be starting tonight, as they will be introduced. So a decent little crowd here for the, at least from the students, probably 50, 60 kids over there, 50 probably for the, as far as the student section is concerned. Not a lot of people here tonight, but there's a few, so we'll see what the Mustangs can do, if they can keep up with this, keep putting points like they did in the last two games. It should be a pretty interesting contest tonight. So that is Wesley Carnes, and then it will be Nathan Gherkin, a senior, and Forrest Jordan, a senior, will be last but not least introduced here for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. We will get this thing tipped off here in just a minute. It will be Nathan Gherkin for the Mustangs, and we'll see who comes in, who it will be for the Fort Morgan, or for the Riverdale Ridge Ravens. Guessing maybe Ryan Leopold. He looks the part as a jump center type. But it will be Marcus McFadden, a junior, that will go into the circle for the Ravens. And we are ready to go here. Ball is up and going to be tipped and taken by the Mustangs. Wesley Carnes drive it all the way down. His shot is going to be up and no good, and fought for and rebounded by Leopold. Shot is going to be up and no good, but a foul is Aiden Garver. Nice job by Aiden Garver to take the charge. And that foul will go on Ryan Leopold. That will be his first. I don't believe that is when they put that up, I didn't think an offensive foul was a team foul, but they did put it up there. So Rodrigo Alvarez up into the front court. Over on the far side now to Carnes. Carnes is going to drive it down off to Jordan, finally ends up with it. Now Aiden Garver is going to drive it in, kicks it off to Carnes out on the left wing. Carnes is going to hand it off to Gherkin. Gherkin up with the bucket, and it is good for Nathan Gherkin. Then he was fouled, and that foul will go on, Ian Harden. Okay, Ian Harden with his first foul. So Nathan Gherkin will go to the line to shoot one. Free throw is up and good. So the Mustangs on the board first, 3-0 here with 7.5 to go. Leopold pulls it up, and now on the near side to Hinn. Ward on the far side now to Harden. Leopold up and good at the bucket. Mustangs quickly into the front court with Wesley Carnes. Carnes is going to hand it off to Garver. Garver's going to drive it down the lane, lowers his shoulder. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Gherkin, but could not do anything with it, and then it was taken away by the Ravens. Now a three from the far side. That is going to be up and good by Jaden Ward. So 5-3 Ravens. Wesley Carnes all the way down. His shot is going to be up and good. Wesley Carnes with his first two. He had 36 last night in the win against Thompson Valley. Over on the far side to Leopold. Shot is going to be up and good, and that is going to be McFadden with his first bucket. Alvarez on the far side, going to bring it back out. He's going to give it off to Carnes. Carnes going to try to drive that left side over into the left corner, drives the left baseline. Little floater is going to be up and good. Wesley Carnes with a deuce. Ties it up at 7 with 6 minutes to go first period. On the near side to Leopold. Leopold's going to drive it down. His layup is going to be up and good as he blows by Aiden Garver. Ball is going to be taken away on the drive. Leopold is going to have it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Thought he was fouled, but nothing called. So 9-7 Ravens as we play with 5:41. They will inbound right baseline of their basket. It will be Hinn to inbounds. On the far side now to Harden. Leopold out high at the point. Now Jaden Ward's going to drive it down against Wesley Carnes, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Wesley Carnes with his first. And that will send Jaden Ward to the line to shoot two. With 5:32 to go here, first period, 9-7 Ravens. First free throw is up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Jaden Ward. Yes, he will shoot foul shot number 2. Up and good. 5 points on the night as Wesley Carnes drives it all the way down. Right baseline, picks it up, being double teamed. Now he gets it off to Garver out at the high right wing. Garver's going to drive it down, hands it off to Rodrigo Alvarez. Rodrigo Alvarez with a turnaround jumper, up and good in the paint. 11-9. Ward's going to drive it down, and that's going to be the second one, I believe, on Wesley Carnes, and that will be his second. We're going to ask some people to move here so we can see this board as the Mustangs will be on defense here. And it will be Hinn to inbounds. They get it into the hands of McFadden. Excuse me. Now to Leopold. Leopold's going to drive it down. He's going to hand it off to Ward. His three is up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Rodrigo Alvarez, his first of the night. 11-9, 5 minutes to go here, first period. Alvarez being guarded by Leopold out high. Goes around to that left wing, hands it off to Garver, and it's going to be off of the hands of Ian Harden and out of bounds. So the Mustangs to inbounds, far side mid-court. They get it into Alvarez. Alvarez out at the three-point line, going to keep that dribble alive. Now to Garver on the far side. Garver's going to drive it down, and he gets it into, shot is going to be up and no good by Isaiah Zavala, who has come in. And then a foul underneath on Ian Harden. That will be his second. So the Mustangs to inbounds left baseline of their basket. They get it into Zavala, and then he gets it off to Garver. Save underneath. Garver into the lane, picks it up down to Zavala. Zavala looks to Garver. Garver hesitates, going to drive and pop from the right wing, up and no good. And they're going to call Gherkin over the back on the rebound. So we'll count that as a turnover on the Mustangs. So far a pretty slick game here going on. 11-9, not any fouls, 3 so far on each team. As Leopold out high on the far side. Cameron Davis into the game for Riverdale Ridge. Back out front to Hinn on the near side now to Ward. Leopold stops and pops for the three. Up and good is Leopold. Forrest Jordan's going to drive it all the way down. His shot is going to be blocked and taken away by Hinn. Leopold's going to, one-handed slam over Rodrigo Alvarez. But Ryan Leopold with a monstrous dunk there for Riverdale Ridge. Now the ball is going to be tipped away and taken away by Riverdale Ridge, and then a foul is going to be called. That just multiplies everything when it's let's see who the foul was going to be on. Maybe there was no foul, it was just knocked out of bounds. But turnover by the Mustangs. They have 3 on them so far. As Riverdale Ridge will inbounds near side, mid-court, 16-9. As Leopold gets the ball knocked away, being guarded by Garver. And now a foul on Garver. And Leopold thought he was hooking him, but the ref did not see it that way. So into the game now for the Mustangs will be Fabrice Saiza. He is in for Garver. And Chase Redding also into the game for Gherkin. And now a block underneath, but it is going to be a foul called, and that will be on Rodrigo Alvarez. That will be his first. And that will send Josiah Fay, who is into the game, to the line to shoot 2. And that is up and good for Josiah Fay.
Not really a whole lot of time to get a lot of full court pressure with the pace of this game.
No. 17-9 though. 18 is so far the Riverdale Ridge Ravens are 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Charlie Langford into the game for the Mustangs. Alvarez into the front court, and is going to be stripped from behind. Layup is going to be up and good by Marcus Hinn for his first bucket of the night. Zavala is going to hand it off to Redding. Redding's shot at the bucket is going to be up and good. Now Hinn being guarded by Alvarez over on the far side to Leopold. Up top, let's see, that's number 11. That is going to be Andrew Snell that is into the game. Leopold's going to stop and pop for the three. In and out, but it's going to be rebounded and taken away by the Mustang. Rodrigo Alvarez. Alvarez going to pull it back out as he is being guarded by the bigger Leopold. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Snell. Hinn's going to kick it off over into the corner. Now up top to Davis. Into the hands now of Snell on the near side to Hinn. Hinn's going to drive it into the lane, and nice job there by Langford. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a jump. They're going to get together on it. I thought maybe it was going to, they did call it a tie-up, so nice job there by Charlie Langford to tie that ball up, but it will remain with Riverdale Ridge as they will inbounds left baseline of their basket, and it will be Hinn to throw it in. Looks, he gets it into the hands of Snell. Snell out at the left high wing, going to give it out to Leopold out at the wing, being guarded by Saiza. Hinn now is going to drive it down the right side. Layup is going to be up and good for Hinn, and he was fouled on the shot. So we'll see who that foul is going to go on. And that will be on Rodrigo. That will be his second. So Leopold will come out. And I believe that will be, we have two number zeros, so I'm going to go with Sebastiano Orsi. That is into the game now. So Marcus Hinn to shoot one. Free throw is up and good. 5 for 5 is the Ravens from the free throw line. Into the game now will be Nate Shank as he will replace Hinn. Mustangs to inbounds far end. Wesley Carnes back into the game for the Mustangs. They're going to trap now at midcourt. Over on the far side to Langford. Langford's going to be called for the travel. He does the head fake, but he was called for the travel. 23-11. A minute 55 to go here in this first period as the Mustangs down by 12. Most of the Riverdale Ridge players now are non-starters. As they in the hands of Snell on the far side. Now an offensive foul is going to be called, I believe an illegal screen. And that will go on Nate Shank. That will be his first. So Forrest Jordan into the game for Fabrice Saiza. Now into the game for Riverdale Ridge will be Connor Olson. He will come in for Josiah Fay. Wesley Carnes, nice dribble there. He's going to stop and pop from the right wing, up and good as Wesley Carnes hit 6 points on the night for Carnes. 10-point lead now, 23-13, a minute and a half to go here, first period. Up top to Snell, he's going to drive it in. His layup is, boy, that was a late foul call. They didn't call it until he had already fallen down, but he was fouled out top, and that's going to be on Wesley Carnes. That's going to be 3 on Carnes, yes, 3 on Carnes. Wow, that was a late call because he'd already gone it when it was on the before the drive. So nobody's going to shoot free throw. Well, yeah, nobody's going to be shooting. It says there's 7, so why they're not shooting the 1-and-1, I don't know. They're trying to get their attention here. It should be a 1-and-1. There's 7 team fouls on the Mustangs. So Riverdale Ridge will be shooting free throws. 7 team fouls on the Mustangs, 4 on the Ravens. And that will be Andrew Snell to go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. They are 5 of 5 so far from the free throw line. With a minute 18 left here, first period, 23-13 Ravens. Little noise coming from the student crowd. That one's in and out, but rebounded and up and good is Cameron Davis. So the rebound and a bucket. There's Charlie Langford into the front court, and he ends up throwing the ball away. He was double teamed, and then a layup is going to be up and no good. I believe Cameron Davis might have turned an ankle. The ball into the corner, and they're going to call.
Yeah, they should.
How do you stop play? We're on the offensive end, and they stop play because the kid finally comes hobbling up the court. They should not have stopped that play. They should not have stopped play there at all. 25-13, 55.3 seconds to go. Charlie Langford to inbounds, right baseline of their basket. Looks. Finally gets it into Forrest Jordan. Forrest Jordan now to Fabrice Saiza, who has come back into the game. Picks up his dribble back to Jordan out on the right high wing. Forrest Jordan drives it in. His shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded there by Connor Olson, number 32. Now on the near side, or far side, excuse me, that will be McFadden. McFadden will drive it all the way down, and it's going to be through the hands of Olson and out of bounds. Only had that as their first turnover.
Good eye on it.
So it's really been a pretty clean game. I mean, well, 6 on the Mustangs, 1 so far on the Ravens, but they're down 12, 25-13 into the hands of Forrest Jordan now to Fabrice Saiza. Saiza is going to drive it down. His shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Olson. That's his second. Over on the far side to Orsi. 5 seconds. Now a 3 is going to be taken if it can. It does. Banks it in.
See that going in at that angle. But
it is good for Andrew Snell for the 3. So at the end of 1, it is a 28-13 lead by Riverdale Ridge here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Start of period number 2 here at Fort Morgan High School as Riverdale Ridge is up 28-13 over the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Mustangs with first possession here is Forrest Jordan being double teamed near side here. And now we're going to call it tie-up, and that will be possession to Riverdale Ridge. So turnover number 7 by the Mustangs. And this is where they're getting beat. They're giving up the ball way too much and down 15 points here. Now Orsi into the front court. Near side to Harden. Now Ward's going to drive it in. He's going to kick it off to Orsi. Orsi for the 3, up and good. Excuse me, that was Hinn for the 3. And now Langford shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by McFadden. So Hinn is going to be fouled from the back. He's going to be tripped by Chase Redding. So Chase Redding with his first. So that will send Hinn to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 8 points on the night for Marcus Hinn. 31-13. As Hinn will shoot a 1-and-1. First one is up and good. So he will be awarded another free throw. 18-point lead here in the second period. 32-13, 7:21 to go. Second period. Next one also up and good. 10 points on the night for Hinn. Garver now on the near side is going to drive it down underneath the Gherkin and through his hands and out of bounds. Could not be just a little high for Gherkin. So turnover number 8 for the Mustangs. It's Charlie Langford, Forrest Jordan, Nathan Gherkin, Chase Redding, and Aiden Garver on the floor for the Mustangs. On the far side to Leopold, who has come back in, being guarded by Garver. Leopold's going to drive it and kick it off to Hinn. Now a 3 from the near side is going to be up and good by Ian Harden. His first bucket of the night comes from behind the line, 36-13. Now a foul on the far side, and I believe that is going to be on Ian Harden. That will be his 3rd. So we'll see if they take him out, but looks like a 30-second timeout will be taken here by Coach TJ Schneider of the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Stubbs Gas and Oil, one-stop shopping does exist. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories. Get off I-76 at exit 66A in Wiggins to visit them.
They've always been really friendly there.
Yeah, they have a nice bunch of people over there and great food. So
nice place to stop if you're on your way in and out of town and you need some gas or food.
Yep, that's for sure. So 36-13, 6:51 to go, second period. The Mustangs on the short end of the score. 18 fouls on the Mustangs, 5 so far on Riverdale Ridge.
Like you were saying earlier, it's coming down to the turnovers. Riverdale for 1 and Mustangs sitting at 8.
Yeah. So the Mustangs and Wesley Carnes sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. So that doesn't help. And now another turnover by the Mustangs. And now a tie-up is going to be called, and that will be a turnover by the Ravens, as it will be possession to the Mustangs. Into the game now will be Cameron Davis. Ian Harden will come out. He does have the 3 fouls. As Garver gets it into Jordan in the backcourt, back to Garver in the front court. Back to Jordan. Oh, and not a good foul or a good pass, as Jordan thought Gherkin was going to cut to the basket, and he stayed in the corner. So another turnover as the Mustangs are down 23, 36-13, 6.5 to go, second period. Hinn on the far side to Leopold, back up top to Davis. Now on the near side to Hinn. Hinn for the 3, up and drills it. Marcus Hinn with his second 3 of the night. Getting away from the Mustangs quickly here, 39-13. Being double teamed out here at center court, now to Jordan, to Langford, and then his pass underneath is going to be taken away. As Riverdale Ridge is going to go all the way down, and shot is going to be up and no good. Oh, they're going to call the offensive foul. Nice job there, Aiden Garver, twice tonight.
Take the hit.
Takes the charge. That is correct. And that foul is going to go on Jaden Ward. That will be his first. And Rodrigo Alvarez will come back in for Langford. Nice job there by Langford. So Rodrigo in. He has 2 fouls, so he'll have to be careful so he doesn't pick up his third. Past the timeline. Rodrigo now to Chase Redding. Chase Redding on the baseline. Little spin move, but they're going to call him for the travel. 12 turnovers on the Mustangs, down 39-13. 5:40 to go here in the first half of play. Hit on the far side to Leopold, back up top to Davis. Now on the near side to Hin. They're going to pass it around the perimeter here as they look for somebody to get open underneath. Now back up top to Hin. On the near side, and that three is going to be up and good by Jaden Ward. His second three of the night. They are draining it from outside the line, and they shoot 32% from three-point land. So 42-13 underneath, and that ball is going to be taken away. And I guess, I don't know, you can call that a turnover, as it was Leopold who had taken it away. So it would be a turnover on the Mustangs, and then a turnover as Leopold tried to throw it down court and hit the ceiling. So Garver will throw it in far side, gets it in to Rodrigo Alvarez. 42-13 with 5 minutes to go, second period. Forrest Jordan to Garver. Garver for the three in the corner, up and no good, but Garver will go to the line to shoot three. I believe that was on Marcus Hin. That will be his first, but Aiden Garver will go to the line to shoot three. So we'll see what happens here with foul shot number one. Up and good for Aiden Garver. Here's first points of the night. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Free throw is up and no good. Give Better Electric a call at 970-521-1030. Mustangs need all the points they can get. 42-14. Free throw is up and good. 2 points on the night for Garver. As Hin brings it up past the timeline, being guarded by Alvarez. Now hands it off to Davis. Leopold on the far side is going to drive it down. Little elbow there to clear Garver out. Three is going to be up and no good. Should have been a foul over the back and nothing called, as that is going to go to McFadden. And now a travel is going to be called down low on Leopold. So only 4 turnovers here by Riverdale Ridge, up 42-15. 4.5 to go here in this second quarter of play as the Mustangs get it to Garver. Now to Rodrigo Alvarez. Alvarez is going to drive it, and the ball is going to be tipped away from him and taken by the Ravens. Leopold's going to drive it all the way down, and he's going to dish it off to Cameron Davis for the bucket. Nice little dish there by Leopold. Over on the far side to Redding. Redding's going to pop for the three. In and out. Going to be rebounded by Marcus McFadden. I have him for three. Leopold's going to kick it off. And now a deep three. That's going to come up short. Just grazes the rim. And taken by Garver. Ball is Alvarez for the three. Up and no good. Getting rebounded by Leopold. Down court quickly and through the hands of Cameron Davis. So turnover number 5 for Riverdale Ridge as they make wholesale changes here. See if we can keep track of everybody. Let's see, Fabrice Saiza into the game now for the Mustangs as Forrest Jordan will take a seat. And that was just a slick steal there by Sebastian Orsi, and he goes up with the bucket. His first bucket of the night. Saiza is going to be pounded here on the near side, and then he ends up losing it out of bounds. So 16 turnovers here by the Mustangs here in this first half of play, down 46-15. So thought maybe it might be a little bit closer game than this, but when you have your number one scorer sitting on the bench with 3 fouls and 6 points,
that's gonna hurt you right there.
That hurts you right there, yeah.
They don't want to get him fouled out so early.
Don't want to get him fouled out early, but then you're also falling behind. But you can't be turning the ball over 16 times in the first half. A lot of times, in these games where they've been playing well, that'll be 16 for the whole game. They take real good care of the ball. But tonight, not so much. Especially when Riverdale Ridge has five turnovers.
How many points is Carnes putting up an average a game?
Carnes is averaging 22 points. But I've seen him come alive in the second half, too. But he's going to have to watch himself. Once he gets back in, I doubt if he will play the rest of this half.
I can't see that happening right now. Definitely, I think when that second half comes in, they're going to put him back in.
So 46-15 with 3:27 to go.
I can tell he's not happy just sitting on the bench down there, but
yeah,
they're trying to save him as much as they can.
Mustangs down 31. And we'll see what they're. Not sure what they're. I think the kid has to take a shirt off. He has a white shirt underneath, and that does not match the rest of them. So he had to go out and get redressed. Riverdale Ridge now with the ball. Andrew Snell for a 3, and that is off.
It doesn't even look like it's going to go in.
But that's the second time he has done that. He has banked a 3 in.
It's that right angle he's getting.
So Gherkin at the baseline. His little jumper is going to be up and no good. They can't buy a basket right now. Rebounded to Snell. Have him for 2. Ken's going to drive it down. He's going to pass it off. Now a travel is going to be called on Josiah Fay, who is into the game. So 6 turnovers for Riverdale Ridge as Zavala comes in for Reading. And Riverdale Ridge, I thought maybe they're going to put some type of press on, but they may trap at midcourt. We'll see what happens here. Rodrigo gives himself a little bit of room on the far side to Saiza. Now to Alvarez. Alvarez has the ball tipped away, but regains it. Now Gherkin on the right baseline, then his pass is going to be into the backcourt and will go out of bounds. So turnover number 17 by the Mustangs here in this first half. 2:23 to go as the Riverdale Ridge will now inbounds left baseline of their basket up 49-15. It will be underneath now.
Whoa, we just lost power.
They lost their, they don't have any
nothing on the scoreboard.
Nothing on the scoreboard. They lost all the power to the scoreboard.
Oh.
Somebody must have unplugged it or something happened. There we go.
It's a good thing there's a backup on that.
Yeah. Well, I think it just got unplugged.
Yeah.
Somebody walks by there and unplugs it.
Yep.
So who is that? Not sure what they're. I thought they had a. I'm not sure what they had. I thought they had a foul called, but I'm not sure what the deal is here. Apparently, it was on Riverdale Ridge because Zavala is going to go to the line to shoot. But I do not. They have it up on the board as Hin with the foul, but I already had him for 1. As the refs discuss it here in front of the scorer's table. So we'll see what they finally decide here. Trying to see if they're going to call it a jump ball. If it will be, looks like it will be possession to Riverdale Ridge. And no foul shots for Zavala because the clock had lost power. So it looks like Riverdale Ridge will now inbounds left baseline of their basket. And it will be Orsi to inbounds. With 2:23 to go, 49-15. Ball is going to be into Connor Olson as he gives it out front to Snell. Kicks it off now to Orsi out at the point. 2:14 to go over on the far side to Snell. Being guarded by Saiza, and they're going to call Saiza with the foul. Had his arm on the back of Snell. So Andrew Snell will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 6 points so far for Andrew Snell. He bends, shoots, up and good. So he will earn free throw number 2. He had missed the front end of a 1-and-1 early on in the first period. Next free throw, up and good for Snell. 8 points on the night for Snell. Into the hands of Zavala. Crosses the timeline. Zavala's going to drive it all the way down. It's going to be tipped from behind off of Orsi and out of bounds. So 51-15, 2:02 to go here. First half of play. Mustangs on the short end of it. Inbounds to Gherkin. Gherkin's going to have a shot block, but they're going to call a foul. I believe that is going to be on Josiah Fay. That will be his first, but that will send Nathan Gherkin to the line to shoot a pair. He is 1 of 1 so far tonight from the free throw line. This foul shot number 1 is up and good for Nathan Gherkin. 4 points on the night for Gherkin. 51-16. Minute 59 to go here in this first half. That one is rolls around and falls for Gherkin. So he is 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Out of the game now is Shank. Did not see who came in for him. Over on the far side. Nice. Oh, it looks like all ball. They're going to call a foul on the shot. That's going to go on Garver. That will be his second. Must have called him with the body because it was clear a clear block. That will send Amari Lucero to the line to shoot 2. It's all a shooting foul, but it was also team foul number 10. That is up and no good for Lucero. So Redding and Forrest Jordan back into the game. Aiden Garver and Rodrigo Alvarez to take a seat with 1:50 to go here, first half of play. So it will be Lucero. Free throw number 2 is up and good. And now a timeout is going to be called by Riverdale Ridge, just a 30-second timeout. Horizon Turf Nursery, for 3 decades, they've been providing high-quality sod. The finest sod available is on the horizon at 15470 County Road 11 in Fort Morgan. So turnovers are killing the Mustangs here tonight. 17 in the first half of play and only 6 for Riverdale Ridge. And you know, you just can't give the ball up to a team that shoots like they've been shooting.
No, 100% not. I mean, some of those three-pointers that look like from this angle, they're not going in. They're just sinking them left and right, it seems like.
And it was by the same kid, that Snell kid. He banked both of them in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many threes do they have on the night?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 threes. 27 points from behind the line. Saiza with a drive up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Olson. Orsi all the way down is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Gherkin. Pass underneath is going to be taken away by Orsi. So 18 turnovers by the Mustangs into the corner, and that three is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded. And that shot is going to be blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call that on Gherkin. That will be his second. So going to the line, I'm trying to see who that is. That is going to be Josiah Fay to the line to shoot two. First free throw is off the rim and no good. How about 24 points from behind the line? My math is no good anymore, so out of the contest is Connor Olson. Second free throw is up and good by Josiah Fay. Forrest Jordan picks up the ball before he gets across the mid-court line. Now a foul is going to be called on Andrew Snell. That will be his first. Into the game for the Mustangs is Tony Mendez. As Mendez will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Nine team fouls on the Ravens, at least 10 so far on the Mustangs. That's as far as they count on the board, just so they know that when they go from a 1-and-1 to a two-shot foul, free throw is up and good by Tony Mendez. So he will earn number two. Nice looking shot there by Tony. 53-18, 65 seconds to go here in this first half. Riverdale Ridge up. Next one is off the back of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Josiah Fay. Into the hands of Orsi as he gets it up into the front court. Stutterstep's going to hand it off now to Shank. On the near side now to Snell, being guarded by Saiza. Orsi's going to get it out at the high right wing, hands it off to Shank on the right wing. Shank's going to drive it all the way down, loses it. Forrest Jordan takes it away. Forrest Jordan all the way down. Going to call Forrest for the travel on the spin move. So 19 turnovers by the Mustangs and 7 so far by Riverdale Ridge as they bring it up with 35 seconds to go. Orsi into the front court being guarded by Jordan. He's going to drive it down. He's going to stop and pop up and good on the layup is Sebastian Orsi. 4 points in this first half for Orsi. 55-18. Forrest Jordan gets it off now to Tony Mendez. His shot is up and no good, and then a foul underneath, and that will be, I believe, on Amari Lucero. That will be Lucero's first, and that will send Forrest Jordan to the line to shoot two. It will be his first opportunity here tonight from the free throw line. Mustangs are 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Forrest Jordan shoots and connects on the first free throw. His first point of the night. As he will prepare to shoot foul shot number 2. 55-19, 12 seconds to go. Up and good is Forrest Jordan. As they will inbound, let the ball roll. Orsi picks it up. Clock starts. 10 seconds, 9. Let's see what they do here with it. Orsi with 6. Orsi's going to drive it down into the lane. Now on the far side, going to drive it is Shank. And now Snell for a 3, and that is going to be no good. But the Mustangs are down 35 by a score of 55-20 as we go to the break here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 55-20 is we will start period number 3. It looks like the Mustangs will have possession. Looks like a couple of guys will have to get their shirts tucked in as they get along here, and they do. So the Mustangs into Wesley Carnes as we start off this second half of play. Underneath, and now a foul called, and that will be on Riverdale Ridge. That will be Jaden Ward. That will be his second. The Mustangs inbound right baseline of their basket as they look to get it in, trying to get it into Gherkin. They finally get it into Garver out high. Garver's going to drive it down. He's going to, yep, it was not a good drive. He tried to get it off to Gherkin and did not connect. So the first turnover belongs to the Mustangs here in the second half. Got to limit these turnovers if they want to try and get back at all. That shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Gherkin. Nice strong move there by Nathan Gherkin. Into the hands of Alvarez. And that ball is going to be out of bounds though, so no turnover by the Mustangs as Leopold could not control it. So Garver to inbounds to Carnes. Carnes is going to give it off, and it will be out of bounds off of the Ravens and out of bounds as the Mustangs will now inbounds left baseline of their basket. Wesley Carnes to inbounds and to Garver. Garver's going to drive that left baseline. Little floater is going to be up and good by Aiden Garver. Nice little one-headed floater there from Garver, 55-22. And off of Garver and out of bounds here on the near side. So Riverdale Ridge to inbounds. And that will be Ian Harden to inbounds. He gets it in to Hinn in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline, being guarded by Alvarez. Back to Harden. Over on the far side to Ward. The drive looked like it could have been a walk and nothing called. Shot is going to be up and good. And that will be Marcus McFadden with a deuce. 4 points on the night for McFadden. Wesley Carnes into Nathan Gherkin. Gherkin shot is going to roll off and no good. Rebounded to Gherkin. They'll be pushing. I don't know, Gherkin's getting a little pushy there. They're going to end up calling a technical, but did not on this time. But had his shot blocked and got the rebound back and then missed the shot. So that foul is going to go on Marcus McFadden. That will be his first. So Gherkin will go to the line to shoot two. First one is off the right and no good. Gherkin with 5 points so far. Cannot connect on the first one. Next one is up and good. 6 points on the night now for Nathan Gherkin. 57-23, 6.5 to go, third period. Leopold going to stop and pop for the three, and he looked like he was fouled on the shot and nothing called. Rebound is going to go to Alvarez, his second. At least I have him for two. You may have him for more. Fort Morgan with the turnover. 21 turnovers now by the Mustangs. Hinn pops for the three, up and good is Marcus Hinn. That is his third triple of the night. 16 points on the night for Hinn. Wesley Carnes is going to stop and pop for a three off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Leopold. Now Hinn at the basket. Up and good on the layup is Marcus Hinn. Too many turnovers by the Mustangs. It is off Leopold and out of bounds. And the Mustangs will inbounds near side. Garver to trigger it in, Gives it into Alvarez out at the high left wing. Being guarded by Hinn. Alvarez is going to drive it down. His shot is going to be up and rebounded by Gherkin. Layup is going to be up and good by Gherkin. 8 points on the night for Nathan Gherkin. 5:30 to go here. 62-25. Riverdale Ridge. Hinn's going to go into the layup. Is going to be up and good. Hinn just kind of hesitated and then drove it in. Marcus Hinn with the basket. Wesley Carnes into the lane. His left-handed layup up and no good. Gherkin with a strong rebound and a bucket. And he is fouled on the shot, so he will go to the line to shoot one. And that foul will go on Marcus McFadden. That will be his second. Into the game now will be Cameron Davis. He will come in for Ian Harden. So Nathan Gherkin to shoot the and one. 64-27. 64-27 still, as it is rebounded by Cameron Davis. Leopold up into the front court. Hands it off now to Ward. Leopold gets it back. His little left-handed layup or left-handed jumper is going to be up and good for Ryan Leopold. 11 points on the night for Leopold, 66-27. Looked like a walk and nothing called, but a little floater there by Wesley Carnes. 8 points on the night for Carnes.
Game's definitely slowed down a little bit, seems like.
A little bit. So Leopold into the lane, going to give it off on the near side to McFadden. And off of McFadden and out of bounds, so turnover by the Ravens. Forrest Jordan comes out. Charlie Langford into the game. Also into the game is Sebastiano Orsi for the Ravens. Wesley Carnes going to drive it down. His little flutter has come up short, rebounded though, and Gherkin loses control. He does get the rebound, but then he lost it out of bounds on the turnover. 22 turnovers by the Mustangs. 8 so far by the Ravens, 66-29. Orsi hesitates, spins into the lane. His shot is going to be blocked by Gherkin, taken away, and now to Wesley Carnes. Carnes with the layup up and good. They're going to need a lot more of that to make this a decent game. 66-31. 3:45 to go. And now a travel is going to be called. Nice job there by Charlie Langford to cause that travel. And now a full timeout is going to be taken here by Riverdale Ridge. But we will have another message from one of our sponsors here. Gordon Insurance. Be prepared for everything life throws at you. Get car insurance, life insurance, farm insurance, and crop insurance at Gordon Insurance. Visit let me try that one more time. Visit GordonINS.com today. Bailey Mechanical, getting your house the right temperature is difficult. You want it the right temperature now. It's pretty darn cold outside.
Especially with next week coming in, if you don't have your furnace tip-top shape now, you might want to, if something happens, give them a call.
You might want to give Bailey Mechanical a call, and that would be 970-522-0471, and let Bailey Mechanical go to work for you.
Definitely. Some cold temperatures coming up next week.
Yep. So Nathan Gherkin, Charlie Langford, Rodrigo Alvarez, Wesley Carnes, and Aiden Garver on the floor for the Mustangs. I think everybody's kind of confused who was getting the ball. They were lining up like Riverdale Ridge was going to get the ball. Wesley Carnes across the timeline, 66-31 with 3:40 to go. Langford with the three up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Wesley Carnes. Carnes being guarded there by Snell, who's back into the game. Rodrigo Alvarez with the three up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by McFadden. It is, I have 4 for McFadden. Leopold, a deep three, up and, in and out. Rodrigo Alvarez with the rebound and then a foul. 22, that is going to be McFadden. That will be his third. But Rodrigo with the rebound. So Saiza into the game for Alvarez. And now into the game is Nate Shank along with Josiah Fay. They will take out McFadden and Leopold. Mustangs the inbound in front of the student section. Far side as Saiza crosses the timeline. 3 minutes to go, 66-31. Wesley Carnes, little jumpers up and good for Carnes. 6 points in the period for Carnes, 12 on the night. And good thing no fouls here in the second half for Carnes. could call a foul over there, and they are not on Saiza. They're letting him play against Orsi. Orsi gets the ball back on the far side. And now they're going to call a foul on Saiza. That will be his second. Mustangs first here in this second half of play. Cameron Davis, the inbounds far side. Mid-front court. They get the ball into Orsi, being guarded by Saiza. Davis being guarded by Garver. Now back out top, in on the near side to Snell. Back to Davis underneath, but taken away.
What a nice take.
It was a nice takeaway by Gherkin. Wesley Carnes is going to stop. Little jumper is going to be up and no good. Couldn't get it to fall. Going to be rebounded to Langford. His shot is going to be blocked out of bounds. So Mustangs to inbounds. Right corner of their basket. Garver to come out. Zavala into the game. Redding into the game. Gherkin comes out. Chase Redding up to Saiz out at the high right wing. Now back to Wesley Carnes. Wesley Carnes, deep three. That is up and good for Wesley Carnes. He's feeling it right now.
That was about probably 4 feet behind the line there.
Yep. So a 30-point lead, 66-36 with 1:50 to go. Orsi drives it all the way down, and then a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Charlie Langford. That's who it will be on. That will be Charlie's first. And that will send Sebastiano Orsi to the line to shoot 2. Will be his first trip to the line tonight. That's 4 points on the night. And it stays at 4 as the first one was off the back of the rim and no good. 66-36, 1:47, third period. Oh, he was way in the... I thought he was into the lane, but it didn't go anyway. So he was 0 for 2. Now Zavala is going to drive it down left baseline. He's going to kick it out, into the lane to Carnes, and he's going to back it out to the 3, and then up and no good. Rebounded finally by Charlie Langford. Had it tipped away now at the right baseline. Gets it back, being double teamed in the corner. Now to Zavala. Zavala to Redding. Redding from the 3 from the left side is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Andrew Snell. Cameron Davis now. Ball tipped away. Nice job there by Saiza on the turnover. Saiza with the layup up and good for Fabrice Saiza. His first bucket of the night. 28-point lead, 66-38. Off to Cameron Davis out at the point. Being guarded by Zavala. Davis is, they're going to call an offensive foul on Cameron Davis. Said he pushed off to gain the room there to make the shot. So the Mustangs with 46.6 seconds to go with possession. As Carnes crosses the timeline, drives it all the way down. His shot is going to be up and good. Wesley Carnes, a little right-handed floater is falling for him tonight. He drives right down into the lane and creates that space. Now a foul on Charlie Langford as he goes over the back. So Langford with his second foul of the night. That is only, looks like only 3 fouls, team fouls so far. As it will be Ravens ball here near side. Cameron Davis to trigger it in as they get it into Snell in the right corner. Clock moving here, 20 seconds, third period. Cameron Davis out high. They're going to work it down for the last shot. Orsi gives it off now to Shank. Shank's going to drive it all the way down. Layup is going to be up and good for Nate Shank. 3 seconds to go. Wesley Carnes for a deep 3. That is up and falls short. So the Mustangs sit at a deficit of 68-40 as we enter period number 4 here on Morgan County's B106. and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 68-40 as we head into period number 4. Wesley Carnes with 11 in that period, 17 on the night, so, and no fouls. So good job by Wesley Carnes as Riverdale Ridge now with possession into the hands of Ward. Now up top, and the layup is going to be, or shot is going to be no good as Leopold goes to the floor. And we'll see if that's going to be on Zavala. And it will be. That will be Isaiah's first. Ryan Leopold will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw is up and good. First trip to the charity stripe tonight for Leopold. He will shoot number 2. Up and good. 13 points on the night for Leopold. Saiza dribbles through, and then he finally does get it back, and then it's going to be taken away by Riverdale Ridge. 23 turnovers by the Mustangs. Leopold on the far side. He's going to drive it all the way down. Kicks it off into the corner. Net 3 is up and no good by Harden. Saiza with the rebound. Wesley Carnes on this near side is going to be fouled, and that will be on Ian Harden. I believe that would be his 4th. As the Mustangs will inbounds. Who's number 12? I'll see who number 12 is for the Mustangs. That is Joseph Layden into the game for the Mustangs. Underneath the Redding. Redding shot it in and out. Rebounded by Leopold. That 3 is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Zavala. Wesley Carnes all the way down. His shot cannot fall. Comes back out. Going to be rebounded by Harden. McFadden with the layup up and good, and he was fouled. And that foul is going to go on Chase Redding. Be his 2nd. So McFadden to go to the line to shoot 1. (72-40). Free throw in and out. Going to be rebounded by Zavala. Zavala brings it down. Saiza for a 3. Comes up way short. Going to be taken away by Marcus Hind. Into the hands of Leopold. Now to McFadden. Left-handed stuff is up and good by Marcus McFadden. 74-40. Over on the far side is Carnes. Carnes for the 3 is up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken by Chase Redding. Redding's shot is up and good. After he gets the rebound, 4 points on the night by Redding. Joseph Layden with the rebound. Carnes throws it, and it is going to be a turnover by the Mustangs. As Joseph Layden could not catch up with the ball. So Chase Redding, Isaiah Zavala, Joseph Layden, Chase Redding, Fabrice Saiza, and let's see who else is out there for the Mustangs that's come into the game. Let's see who that is. That is going to be Trey Sellers into the game. Now a 3 is going to be taken up and good by Jaden Ward. His 3rd triple of the night. It's Fabrice Saiz on the far side. The Mustangs down 77-42. Zavala in the right corner. Off now to Sellers. Sellers for a 3 from the left corner. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Marcus McFadden. Leopold's going to stop and pop for the 3. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by McFadden. Shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by, I think it was going to be Redding, and then a foul is going to be called. And that will be on McFadden. That will be his 4th. So wholesale changes here now for Riverdale Ridge. As Cameron Davis will come in along with Josiah Fay, Andrew Snell. What else we got in here? This Cameron Davis is back in. Nate Shank, Chase Redding go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So 4 points on the night for Redding. First free throw is no good. Rebound to Davis. Into the hands of Orsi. Now to Snell on the near side. Up top to Shank. Shank's going to drive it in, and then there it is. Saiza did a nice job there as he created that turnover. So 12 turnovers by Riverdale Ridge. Sellers underneath to Joseph Layden. Oh, that should have been, looked like it should have been a goaltender. Must have got it on the way up. So rebound to Shank. Orsi's going to top. Nope, he's going to hesitate and then drive it up, and good is Sebastian Orsi. 6 points on the night for Orsi. 79-42 into the hands of Zavala over on the right corner. He's going to bring it back out to the high right wing. Keeps that dribble alive, goes by Orsi. He's going to drive it all the way down, and then that's going to be an offensive foul on Zavala. Yes, he knocks Nate Shank to the floor. So Zavala with his second, as we have hit the magic number to get the running clock going. 79-42. Mustangs well under their average. Ravens over their average. And then a turnover on the far side as Cameron Davis was looking to hit Orsi. He cut to the basket, and Davis threw it behind him. So into the game now is Connor Olson. Nate Shank will come out. Snell will come out. The Sellers into the front court, being double teamed out by mid-court. Now to Fabrice Saiza. Saiza for a three, up and no good. Going to rerun it and tipped in, finally taken by Sellers. Layup is going to be up and good by Trey Sellers, his first bucket of the night. Orsi into the front court, now hands it off to Josiah Fay. Into the hands of Cameron Davis on the far side, back up top to Fay. Cameron Davis on the high right wing is going to drive it to the right elbow, passes it back out to Orsi out at the high right wing. Minute 59 to go, 79-44. Riverdale Ridge, Cameron Davis in the lane. Little jumper is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Fabrice Saiza. Nice job there by Saiza. Langford into the lane. Kicks it off to Joseph Layden. His shot is going to be blocked out of bounds.
They're off them.
So it will remain with the Mustangs. A minute and a half counting here. They will inbounds left corner of their basket. They get it in to Langford, and then over on the far side to Tony Mendez, who has come in. That ball is going to be stripped away and taken by the Mustangs, and then that shot is going to be blocked by Saiza. Saiza is going to run it all the way down. Shot is going to be up, no good. Rebounded by Mendez. Fabrice Saiza with a shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded now by Connor Olson. 45 seconds to go here in the contest, 79-44. As Cameron Davis will back it out, and Mustangs, they just will back off. There's no use getting the foul now. Just let the clock run out. 25 seconds to go, 79-44. Nice move here that they're not going to push the envelope here that's going to be underneath. Now they're going to kick it back out, and then they're going to take a three anyway by Josiah Fay. 82-44. Trey Sellers with a three up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Fabrice Saiza in the lane. And that shot will be up and good at the buzzer for Fabrice Saiza. So a tough night here for both Fort Morgan teams as the Mustangs fall by a score of 82-46. We will take a 3-minute break and be back with the postgame show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you've purchased for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water with Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy at 970-571-2024. And the Mustangs come up short here tonight as they fall 82-46 to the Riverdale Ridge Ravens. Scoring for the Ravens goes like this. Marcus Hinn with 20. Jaden Ward with 11. That is followed by Andrew Snell and Marcus McFadden, each with 8. Sebastiano Orsi with 6, as does Josiah Fay with 6. Ryan Leopold actually with 13. Ian Harden with 3. Nate Shank with 2. And Cameron Davis with 4. And Amari Lucero with 1 for their 82. Leading the way for the Mustangs tonight was Wesley Carnes with 17. He had 17 into the third quarter and then did not score in the fourth. The Mustangs were outscored 14-6 in that fourth period. But he did lead the scoring for the Mustangs with 17. Nathan Gherkin with 10. And then it was Fabrice Saiza, Chase Redding, and Aiden Garber with 4. Rodrigo Alvarez with 2, and Trey Sellers with 2, as did Forrest Jordan. And then 1 for Tony Mendez for the Mustangs, 46. Mustangs were 9 of 12 from the free throw line. The Ravens were 13 of 19. I think Corey's got some other numbers there.
We're going to start with the Riverdale Ravens here for their turnovers. They had a total of 14 tonight. For rebounds, Marcus Hinn with 1. Cameron Davis with 3. Andrew Snow with 3. Josiah Fay with 1. Nate Schenk with 1. Marcus McFadden with 6. Ian Harden with 1. Ryan Leopold with 3. Connor Olson with 3 for a total of 22. The Fort Morgan Mustangs had a total of 25 turnovers tonight. For their rebounds, Aiden Garber sits at 2. Wesley Carnes sits at 1. Nathan Gherkin at 7. Chase Redding at 1. Rodrigo Alvarez 5. Trey Sellers 1. Joseph Layden with 1. Zavala with 5. Tony Mendez with 1. Charlie Langford with 3 for a total of 27. Like Brian was saying, I mean, they put up a valiant effort tonight, just fell short. That many turnovers, it's really going to be hard to keep the score tighter than it probably should have been tonight. But they did. They put up a good effort. It was hard with Wesley Carnes getting those 3 fouls in that first half. That that he had to. That was early in the first period there, so he had to sit up most of that second period. So that hurt him there. But we'll see how they do tomorrow night against, was it Frederick?
Going to Frederick, yep. That's up next for both boys and girls. We'll have those for you right here on B106 and Eastern Plains Sports Network, as they will be at Frederick, 5:30 and 7 tips. But rough night here for both teams, so we will wrap this thing up for Corey Riddle and Christy Creighton. This is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final scores tonight. The girls lose 86-6. The boys fall 82-46. All heard right here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.